What's up, guys? Jrad here, giving you my update on the league start for Necropolis. As some of you know, I chose to start as a bombarding clones champion, and the league start's gone very, very well. It's day 3. Yesterday I was able to take down Eater and Exarch and Eater of Worlds. I was hoping to get to Maven, but as of right now I've only managed to get 2 Crescent Splinters. For some reason, even though I've invested into Conqueror maps on my Atlas tree, I'm just not getting Conqueror maps to drop. So I'm having a hard time capturing those Conquerors to maximize my Splinters, but I should be at Maven by the end of tonight, if not sometime tomorrow at the latest. Everything went really well. League starting, I managed to get Blink Arrow and Mirror Arrow of Bombarding Clones on just 5 labs. I got both of them, so I was able to switch over right away in Act 3. And once I had those 2 gems, I just cruised through the campaign. I found this bow in Act 10, I believe, or Act 9, and I've used it ever since. I've actually just wrecked it. It was better than this not too long ago, and I tried to get greedy, used an essence on it, and kind of ruined the thing, but luckily my damage is still fine. I should still have enough damage to kill the Maven even with this really crappy bow. So this is what it's looking like as of today. I got a really shitty 6-link bow, but it does the trick. Better than having, I think it's better than having a really good bow 4-linked or something, so it is what it is. Until I can link myself a plate, this is going to have to do. Pig face bassinet, I was able to craft this with ROG. I pretty much use ROG for everything when I'm playing solo self-found or early stages when I'm playing trade too, just to get all my gear. It's really simple to craft with ROG. As you can see, this is a pretty nice helmet. It's got a ton of armor and evasion, fizz taken as cold damage, and 10% spell suppression. That's what I really needed. I got a pretty crappy amulet, but it's got decent life on it and the res I need, as well as some dexterity. And then I got a broadhead arrow quiver. It's nothing special, but it gives me quite a bit of damage, and then I crafted some life on it. I really lucked out with this. I found this right away in the campaign, allowing me to do additional curse. Pretty much I think I got this in Act 3. I've had 2 curses ever since. I'm not going to take this off until I get 3 golden oils and I get the proper endgame amulet to put 3 golden oils on. This is what's given me my damage to easily kill the pinnacle bosses, such as yesterday I got Eater of Worlds and Eater and Exarch down. I also killed the Cortex a couple times. And then I got a Chaos Ring here. I just harvest crafted this, spamming the Chaos Craft. And again, the life's quite low, but it's got a ton of chaos res, so that's a really good ring. This crappy chest place I have here, I just believe I crafted this on Harvest just by spamming defense. Most important thing is I got the determination effect and the spell suppression. Other than that, it's kind of a piece of crap, but it does come with some chaos res and 6% additional physical damage reduction. So this is going to do me just fine all the way through till I get my 4 void stones, and then I can worry about farming some better gear. I got an abyssal belt, same thing, just harvest crafted this. I think I just spammed the life. Got a pretty good life roll and flask effect duration, so I've used this since the campaign, end of the campaign basically. These boots I crafted on harvest bench as well, just by spamming defense, and I believe same thing with the gloves. So again, really crappy gear. I'm playing solo self-found, of course. So that's what we're looking at. As far as my skill tree goes, if you guys looked at the video with the guide, I took this path here. I had the cluster jewel in. I haven't found that cluster jewel yet. So instead, what I've done is come over here and gotten charisma. And I'm running purity of elements. That way I'm immune to ailments. And my res is fine. That's about that for the build. Let me just open up a quick map here and give you a quick... show you how it feels. I don't want to waste one of my T16s. So we're going to do a T13 tower. I'll just show you guys how it looks. It is getting a bit painful. I need that cluster jewel soon for some of the really hard maps I'm running because my minions are dying. Once I get the cluster jewel, I'll have Blessed Rebirth. So basically just make sure you're blinking and that'll keep your aura up. And it's about as easy as it gets. You just blink around. And the clones do the rest. Just make sure you're using that blink arrow so your malevolence stays on. Here's Danig. This will be a good opportunity to showcase what it can do here. These expeditions are really hard. I don't even look, honestly. I'm just kind of in autopilot here, league start mode. As you can see, this it's quite tanky, and you're able to stay out of the way with clones. I just kind of lead them up here. It's nice to have a build so early on that can handle expedition because there's so much money in it, especially if you're in trade league. As you can see, it's very tanky. I do take quite a bit of damage when I'm doing these expeditions, of course, but other than that, I hardly ever get touched unless I'm doing something crazy like this. The beauty of this, you can see how safe it is. I'm able to just lay clones and stay out of the way of... As you can see, syndicates now spawned in the middle of my expedition to make this extra tough on me here. For flasks, I'm running evasion, armor, phasing, and movement. When I do bosses, I'm probably going to change that up. I'm not worried till I hit Ubers. The other bosses, this build has no problem. Taken down. Essence Worm, I already got one of those. I guess I could save that for my lore weave recipe. And there you have it, guys. It clears out expedition really well. You're able to stay away and stay alive while clones take care of business. Let's book it over to the boss here just to show you guys the boss killing power, and then we'll get on with it. As far as the league goes, I know there's a lot of negative backlash on Reddit right now. I agree that it's very tedious navigating the cemetery. You also sorting through your corpses, like to delete them, you have to pick them one by one. You can't just multiple select anything like that. So the quality of life's kind of a miss there. However, I'm quite excited to see what I can craft. It looks like you're able to put like up 30 or more corpses into one item, so I'm very curious of how powerful of a bow I can make. I quite like the league mechanic, the way it juices up your maps. It kind of reminds me of like a mini gauntlet or something. So I do love the league mechanic. I just think trying to manage it is quite clunky. We'll do this abyss here just to show you guys how strong this build is with I mean, if you're in trade league, you can have way better gear than this on the first couple days, and I mean, you'd probably be taking down Ubers on within a few days, no problem. This guy here is glitched right out. As you can see, powerful rares like that go down in a breeze. It's very tanky. I can kind of stand right in the middle of all this and don't really need to worry. What was I saying? Yeah, the cemetery is very tedious. I like everything about it. Other than that, it just seems so time consuming to try to craft something when there's already systems in place to craft everything you need. It's just another delve basically, but a lot more tedious I find. So that's my thoughts on the league mechanic, but it's a little too early to really criticize it too much. But I understand why people are saying it's a little tedious for sure. Let's just zoom past all these white monsters. We don't need to fight them. I think you guys get the idea how tanky it is here. Now right now I'm standing still in the middle of a Harbinger. As long as I hit my flasks and watch my life here, I should be okay. Mana Siphoner, that's kind of scary. I'll stand right here, no problem, while they spawn on my head. And again, if you're in softcore trade or something, you can just pump damage into this, and it's still quite tanky. If you're in solo self-found like I am, you just do what you can to stay alive. And this is, as you can see, plenty of damage. But if you're more of a damage first guy, you can certainly put more damage, less defenses into this. Yeah, it's a really solid build. It's not the fastest clear in the world, but absolutely crushes all the bosses, and it's certainly not slow, especially when you get used to just blinking. Where you need things to die. Okay, here's where it really shines. Al can go bossing or pinnacle bosses. Make sure you temp chains. And again, just make sure you keep using that blink arrow so your malevolence aura doesn't come off. And as you can see, poor Shavron and Brutus here don't stand a freaking chance. And again, this is with a really shitty bow. I wrecked my bow yesterday trying to make it better, and now it's worse. I was doing quite a bit of more damage yesterday. You know, Brutus can't even hurt me, really. There it is, guys. It's a very powerful boss killer, as you can see. Does everything in the game quite well. As far as my plans have gone for the Atlas and all that, it's gone quite well. What I did right off the bat was just take all the additional connected map nodes. June, I went into some Expedition and some Abyss. I also took all the Kirak nodes here, went here, all the map nodes, up until I got my first 2 Void Stones in and I was able to sustain maps. Now what I've done is committed to Expedition, June, Abyss, Harbingers, Shrines. I got a little bit of Kirak still. All into Expedition, more Shrines, some Harbingers. Now the King Harbinger node, I really like that one. Gives you Fracturing Shards quite a bit when you're doing T16s. I got more Expeditions. I've been making pretty much all my currencies and stuff, like my little currencies, Chaos Orbs, all that comes from Tujin. I've got 2 Divines off Tujin. Haven't seen one drop yet, so Expedition's just so good at giving you everything you need. I can't stress that enough. I start Expedition every league. I use ROG for my gear. I use Tujin for my currency. You can't go wrong. Last league when I started, I got a Mirror Shard right away from Tujin, and I was playing Trade League, so that was amazing. I also got some more June here. I really like the Safe House node. 10 intelligence for random Safe House. This makes leveling up really smooth, really fast. The Safe House give a ton of experience. And now I'm started gradually going into bossing, so I can try to go for the Maven. I really want to get these Conquerors captured, the Shaper Guardians captured, so I can run those invitations. I've had no luck so far, otherwise I probably would be at the Maven already. My second Atlas tree, this one's going to be all out bossing and magic find, basically. This is going to be for my second build. This is just what I'm smashing. Eater influenced maps with quite a bit of quantity and rarity. When I finally get the third one, which I'm very close, As you can see, I'm 3 Atlas objectives away from getting that. What I'm going to do with the third one is go into Essences, Delirium, and Harvest. The reason being is I need a Cluster Jewel. The reason I want Harvest and Essences is just for crafting purposes. Harvest really handy for re-rolling Shaper Fragments, changing resistances on gear. Harvest is incredibly useful to a solo self-found player, and if you're in Trade League, you just stack the Life Force and sell it the same way you sell Essences in bulk. So my third tree, I'm probably going to grab these Essence nodes here, all the Delirium stuff, especially the Cluster Jewel one, of course. More Delirium stuff here. I'm going to get these Essences here and here, and then I'm going to grab all this Life Force stuff so I can, when I want to, I can just farm Essences and Life Force and Delirium only, and hopefully get my Cluster Jewel and also take care of all my Essences and Harvest needs. Other than that, guys, the plan today is, again, keep pushing for Maven. I just leveled up and tried Hologram Masters. What a pain in the ass that is. I ended up just quitting halfway through. Looks like I'd be able to do it, but that map is just horrendous. I really don't even understand why that's in the game anymore. Yeah, so push for Maven, push for Uber Elder. I got 2 more Shaper Fragments to get, 3 more Elders. Again, I've just not had good luck with these dropping. And then the ones I do have, I've already killed these guys, and I just got them again. So hopefully I start getting a little bit more luck with that. If anyone has any questions about the build, again, feel free to reach out in the comment section. Once again, this is totally hardcore viable. You might just want to give it the health pool a little bit more and possibly get this 10% of armor taken from chaos damage. Sorry, 10% of armor goes towards chaos damage from hits, and the 10% of fizz taken is chaos. You definitely want this if you're a hardcore player at this stage of the game. That way you don't die to fizz damage. One last thing going out here, guys. Again, I'm waiting for this Cluster Jewel. So if I don't find it, I'm either going to go for the Chaos, although I do need about 25 more to make that effective Chaos resistance. So if I don't have the Chaos res and I don't get this Cluster Jewel, I'm probably just going to take this Life Wheel right here, or perhaps this armor here, because I've got just about all the damage I can get, and I got lots of Ghastly Eye Jewels in. These I've just been crafting to get poison or life. This one has some life and some attack speed. This one here's got minions increased damage if used minion skill recently, and some chaos damage. So just whatever you can get. I'm not being too picky right now. Most thing is that I get either damage, life, or poison chance for my minions. And there you have it, guys. It's been one of probably the best league starter I've ever started. It just does everything so well and so easy while you relax for your league start instead of being all tensed up. Let the clones do the work for you. Focus on staying alive. I got to head back to work tomorrow, so there probably won't be another video till next weekend. By then, we should be hopefully starting to either tackle Ubers or preparing for Ubers. So I'll post another video then. Thanks for your support, guys. You guys all have a great, enjoy the rest of your Easter weekend. And good luck with the drops in your Necropolis League. Good luck with your league starters. Take care, guys.